Today we're going to talk about pronouns, which are words which replace nouns, frequently to avoid repetition. So instead of saying Paul has gone to work, we say he has gone to work, since it will be understood from the previous conversation that when we say he, we mean Paul. So first of all, we need to understand the concept of the subject and the direct and indirect objects in a sentence, since these will be replaced by the subject pronouns, the direct object pronouns and the indirect object pronouns respectively. Very simple sentences may only have a subject and a verb. Paul eats, Juliet sings. The subjects here are Paul and Juliet, and the verbs eats and sings. The subject pronouns are he and she. He eats, she sings. We've been using the subject pronouns extensively in the videos, but let's list them again here just for completeness. So the subject pronouns are je, which is I, tu, which is you in the singular, I is he, a is she, nous is we, vous is you and in plural, and I is they. So before a vowel sounds, I becomes il, a becomes al, and I becomes, or I plural becomes il. The S of nous and vous is pronounced before a vowel sound. So a slightly more complicated sentence may have a direct object as well as a subject. Paul sees Juliet, Kate gives the present. Here Paul and Kate are the subjects, Juliet and the present are the direct object. They are called direct because they receive the action. Replacing the direct objects with pronouns, we say Paul sees her and Kate gives it. In English, the direct object pronouns are me, you, singular, him, her, it, us, you, plural, and them. In Guernsey, they are me is me, te is you, singular, le is him or it, la is her or it, nous is us, vous is you, plural, and les is them. The singular forms are replaced by M apostrophe, T apostrophe and L apostrophe before a vowel sound, and frequently before non-vowels as well, and the final S of nous, vous and les is pronounced before a vowel sound. So the main point to remember is that while in English the direct object pronouns and the indirect object pronouns when they appear in a sentence simply replace the nouns where they appeared in the sentence, but in Guernsey they move position and come before the verb. So here's some examples. Paul vers Juliet. Paul sees Juliet. Paul lave. Paul sees her. And il lave. He sees her. And another example, Kate baille le personne. Kate baille le personne, Kate gives the present. Kate le baille, Kate gives it. And then a le baille, she gives it. Here are some more examples. A la carte, she buys it. Tu nous ou, you hear us. Il vous mad, he asks you. Nous vous connais, we know you. Il nous mouche, he hides us. So now we can go on to talk about indirect objects. So an indirect object doesn't normally appear in a sentence unless a direct object is also present. So in the sentence, Juliet gives the paper to Paul. Juliet is the subject, gives is the verb, the paper is the direct object because it receives the action, and Paul is the indirect object since he is affected by the action. So the order is subject, verb, direct or indirect, or SVDI for short. This is the same order as in Guernsey. Here are some examples. L'afield mouved la picture à sa tête.
L'afield mouved la picture à sa tête.
L'afield mouved la picture à sa tête.
L'afield moved la picture à sa tête. The girl shows the picture to her aunt. So here the girl is the subject, the picture is the direct object, and her aunt is the indirect object. Notice that there is an a corresponding to the to in English. Le garçon passe le marté au chef-poché.
Le garçon passe le marté au chef-poché.
Le garçon passe le marté au chef-poché.
Le garçon passe le marté au chef-poché. The boy passes the hammer to the carpenter. Here the boy is the subject, the hammer is the direct object, and the carpenter the indirect object. Notice that in this case the a and the le have merged to give o. And a final example, le gaillard baille les cartes à ses bottes.
Le gaillard baille les cartes à ses bottes.
Le gaillard baille les cartes à ses bottes.
The gaillard baille les cartes à ses bottes. The guy gives the cards to his mates. Before going on to talk about the indirect object pronoun, we should also mention that in English the order of the nouns can be changed and the word to omitted. So for example, instead of saying Juliet gives the paper to Paul, we can say Juliet gives Paul the paper. This is the order subject, verb, indirect, direct, or SVID. But we'll avoid this construction since it's not used in Guernsey. In English, the indirect object pronouns are the same as the direct object ones, although we can include the to differentiate between them. In Guernsey, they are me, to me, te, to you singular, li is to him or to her, nous is to us, vous is to you, and lie is to them. The singular forms are replaced by M apostrophe T apostrophe before a vowel sound, and also frequently before non-vowel sounds too. And the final S or X of nous, vous and lie is pronounced before a vowel sound. Note that the indirect object is usually a person. So here are the three sentences which we gave earlier with the subject pronoun and the indirect object pronoun introduced. Ali mouved la picture.
Ali mouved la picture.
Ali mouved la picture.
Ali moved la picture. She shows the picture to her. So once again, the object pronoun comes before the verb. Il passe le marté.
Il passe le marté.
Il passe le marté.
Il passe le marté. He passes the hammer to him. Il baille les cartes.
Il baille les cartes.
Il baille les cartes.
Il baille les cartes. He gives the cards to them. So here are some more examples. Je te porte le bouquet.
Je te porte le bouquet.
Je te porte le bouquet.
Je te porte le bouquet. I carry the bucket to you. Vous nous baillez les tickets.
Vous nous baillez les tickets.
Vous nous baillez les tickets.
Vous nous baillez les tickets. You give the tickets to us. Nous vous baillons les tickets.
Nous vous baillons les tickets.
Nous vous baillons les tickets.
Nous vous baillons les tickets. We give the tickets to you. We could, of course, in our three original examples, replace the direct object with a pronoun rather than an indirect object. And this would give à la mouved à sa tête.
À la mouved à sa tête.
À la mouved à sa tête.
À la mouved à sa tête. She shows it to her aunt. Il passe au chef-poché.
Il passe au chef-poché.
Il passe au chef-poché.
Il passe au chef-poché. He passes it to the carpenter. And il baille à ses bottes.
Il baille à ses bottes.
Il baille à ses bottes.
Il baille à ses bottes. He gives them to his mates. We could also replace both the direct and indirect object nouns with pronouns, but I don't want to go into this now. It'll be briefly discussed at the end of the video. Okay, so the last set of pronouns we want to talk about in this video are the emphatic pronouns. Me.
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 Me is me. Te.
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 Te is you singular. Li.
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 Li is him. Yel.
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 Yel is her. Nai.
Nine.
Nai.
Nai is us. Vu.
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 Vu is you plural. And yai.
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 Yai is them. So these pronouns are not used so very much in English, but they're very common in Guernsey. So they have a number of uses. Here are a few of them. So use number one is to emphasize subject pronouns. So an example is join par shename.
Join par shename.
Shnoin passionate.
Join par shename. In English we would say I don't like that, and we'd emphasize the I by the tone of voice. But in Guernsey we say I don't like that me. Okay? The me can also be put at the beginning of the sentence. So here's another example. Apud visai le Guernsey bion yel.
Apud visai le Guernsey bio yel.
Apud visai le Guernsey bio yel.
Apud visai le Guernsey bio yel. She can speak Guernsey French well. And literally it reads, she can speak Guernsey French well, her. Okay, so that's to emphasize subject pronouns. Use number two is after some prepositions. So an example is Viodovme.
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 Viodovme, come with me. Others are Alla fe shootgash poufte.
Alla fe shoot garsh pour te.
Alla fe shoot gosh porte.
Alla fe shootgash poufte. She has made that cake for you. Il est dvanai.
Il est vanai.
Il est divinai.
Il est dvanai. He is in front of us. Alle derrière yai.
Alle derrière yai.
Alle deria yai.
Alle derrière yai. She is behind them. A third use is after she. Shete.
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 Shete, it's you. Sheyai.
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 Sheyai, it's them. One can also say, for example, Sheyli kisovale kierji.
Sheli qui sauva les kierji.
Sheli qui sauva les kieji.
Sheyli kisovale kierji, it's him who's going to clear them out. Another example is Sheyel kisod mot.
Sheyel qui saud mort.
Sheyel qui sword mort.
Sheyel kisod mot, it's her that's in charge. Right. So a fourth use is after si. Sime.
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 Sime, at my home. Sinai.
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 Sinai, at our home. And Shmove Sime.
Shmove sime.
Shmove sime.
Shmove Sime, I'm going home. Fifth use, to emphasize doing something oneself. So an example is Shmove le faire memim.
Shmove le faire memem.
Shmove le faire memem.
Shmove le faire memim, I'm going to do it myself. So this usage should not be confused with reflexive pronouns. The myself here is for emphasis. So another is Iso vai defri lai potot yaimim.
Iso vai defri lai patot yaimem.
Il sauva defui lai patot yaimem.
So vai defri lai potot yaimim, they're going to dig up their potatoes themselves. Sixth use is for possession. So for example, shoot pium et ame.
Chut pium et ame.
Shoot pium et ame.
Shoot pium et ame, that pen is mine. So notice that the preposition a appears before the pronoun. So another example is shumoto e ayai.
Shumoto e ayai.
Shumoto e ayai.
Shumoto e ayai, that car is theirs. Now there are other ways of signifying possession, but here we're focusing on doing this using emphatic pronouns. Okay, so we're going to end with a brief chat about double object pronouns. Okay, so if both the direct and indirect object are replaced by pronouns, there are a couple of new features which appear. So this is a brief chat. It is only for those who want to know a bit more about this. So the first new feature is that we have to decide in which order they appear. If the first or second person pronouns are present, they come first. Whether they are direct or indirect, it doesn't matter. They are in any case the same. Me, te, nous and vous. So here are some examples. Im lahul.
Im lahul.
Im lahul.
Im lahul, he throws it to me. Anu les passe.
Anu les passe.
Anu les passe.
Anu les passe, she passes them to us. Nous vous les bail.
Nous vous les bail.
Nous vous les bail.
Nous vous les bail, we give them to you. Il te les mouft.
Il les mort.
Il te les mort.
Il te les mouft, he shows it to you. If the first or second person pronouns are not present, then there will be two third person pronouns, one direct and one indirect. The direct ones, le, la, l'apostrophe and les, come before the indirect ones, li and lai. In written Guernsey, one would express these as lali, leili, leilai, and so on. The second new feature is that in spoken Guernsey, these two third person pronouns become abbreviated and merged together to form what sounds like a new word. For example, leli becomes li, lazily becomes lazy, lelai becomes lai.